What's up, everybody? I wanted to come to you guys this morning with my NXT review. So let's talk about NXT from last night. I thought NXT from last night was a very enjoyable show. I enjoyed watching NXT last night. I thought NXT was a fun show last night. I thought it was an entertaining show last night for NXT, and we had some great matches last night on NXT as well. I thought NXT overall was a fun show. I thought it was an entertaining show last night for NXT. I really enjoyed NXT last night. Overall, I did enjoy the show last night for NXT. I liked the show. I thought it was fun. I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was a very, very fun show last night for NXT, and we had some fun matches last night on NXT as well. So let's talk about how NXT started off. NXT started off with Ethan Page versus Moose for the men's North American Championship. This was a men's one-on-one match last night on NXT between Moose and Ethan Page to start off NXT last night for the men's North American Championship. This was a pretty fun match. I did enjoy this match with Ethan Page and Moose last night to start off NXT for the men's North American Championship. This was a pretty fun one-on-one men's match. I did enjoy it. I thought it was fun. I thought this match was very enjoyable. I like this match between Ethan Page and Moose last night on NXT to start off NXT for the men's North American Championship. I enjoyed this match between Ethan Page and Moose last night on NXT between the two men. I did enjoy it. I thought this was a fun match. I thought it was entertaining, and Ethan Page ended up picking up the win over Moose last night on NXT, and Ethan Page ended up retaining his men's North American Championship last night over Moose on NXT to kick off NXT. And then we had Jacy Jayne versus Ren Sinclair. This was a banger one-on-one women's match. This was a banger match last night on NXT between Ren Sinclair and Jacy Jayne last night on NXT in this one-on-one women's match. This was a fun one-on-one women's match last night on NXT between Jacy Jayne and Ren Sinclair. This was a banger women's match. I really, really did enjoy this one-on-one women's match last night on NXT between Jacy Jayne and Ren Sinclair last night on NXT in this one-on-one women's match. This one-on-one women's match last night on NXT between Jacy Jayne and Ren Sinclair was a banger. It was a fun match. They went out there and they had a very, very good match. And Jacy Jayne ended up getting the win over Ren Sinclair last night. On Jacy Jayne ended up picking up the win over Ren Sinclair last night on NXT. And then after the match, Ren Sinclair and Fatal Attraction go to take out Ren Sinclair. And then Kendall Gray runs down to the ring. She takes out all the members of Fatal Influence. And then Kendall Gray ends up putting Jacy Jayne in the armbar. And Jacy Jayne ends up tapping out to Kendall Gray in the middle of the ring last night on NXT. And then we had Lexis King versus Tavian Heights in a one-on-one men's match. This was a speed match between Tavian Heights and Lexis King, and there wasn't really much to this match. Tavian Heights beats Lexis King in a matter of 8 seconds last night on NXT in this speed match. I don't care for speed matches on NXT. I just don't care for them. I really, really don't. I didn't care for this speed match between Lexis King and Tavian Heights in this one-on-one men's speed match. I just didn't care. Tavion Heights ends up picking up the win over Alexis King in a speed match in 8 seconds over Alexis King last night on NXT. And then we had OTM versus Swipe Right. This was a 2-on-2 men's tag team match last night on NXT. I didn't really pay attention to this match, to be honest with you guys. I could care less. I could have cared less about this 2-on-2 men's tag team match last night on NXT between OTM and Swipe Right. I just didn't care for it. I didn't pay attention. I didn't really pay attention to the match. I caught the ending of the match, and OTM ended up picking up the win over Swipe Right last night on NXT in a 2-on-2 men's tag team match. And then we had the main event, which was Ricky Starks versus Javon Evans in the main event of NXT. These two men had a really, really fun one-on-one men's match in the main event of NXT last night between Ricky Saints and Javon Evans. These two men had a really, really fun one-on-one men's match in the main event of NXT last night. This was a very, very fun one-on-one men's match between Ricky Saints and Javon Evans last night on NXT in this one-on-one men's match. This was a very, very fun one-on-one men's match in the main event of NXT between Ricky Saints and Javon Evans last night in this men's one-on-one match. This was a very, very fun match, and Ricky Saints ended up picking up the win over Javon Evans in a very, very good one-on-one men's match in the main event of NXT last night. And Ricky Saints would celebrate on the top rope to close NXT, and that's how NXT will go off the air. And then we had a backstage segment with Ava and Blake Monroe. They had a really, really cool backstage segment. I really, really did like the backstage segment with Blake Monroe and Ava. I thought that was really, really cool. And then we had a backstage segment with Ren Sinclair. We had a backstage segment with Ren Sinclair and Kendall Gray. I want to know who attacked Kendall Gray on NXT last night. Ren Sinclair was holding Kendall Gray in her arms after she was attacked last night on NXT. I'm wondering who attacked Kendall Gray last night on NXT. And then we had a backstage segment with Ava and Robert Stone, which I didn't really care for. It was just whatever. I didn't really care for it. And then we had a backstage segment with Thea Hale and Jordan Grace. They had a really, really cool backstage segment last night on NXT, which I thought was really, really cool. I really did enjoy this backstage segment with Thea Hale and Jordan Grace last night on NXT. So, overall, I'm going to give NXT an 8. I'm going to give NXT an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed this show last night for NXT. I thought NXT was a fun show. I thought it was an entertaining show. I thought it was an enjoyable show. So I'm going to give NXT an 8 out of 10 from last night. NXT was an enjoyable show. It was a fun show. I enjoyed NXT last night. It was fun. So if you guys like this NXT review, hit that like button. And guys, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And guys, please hit the like button. It will help push my YouTube channel through the YouTube algorithm. And guys, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Hit that red subscribe button. Turn on that notification bell to all. That way you guys don't miss any uploads or live streams from me on my YouTube channel. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And guys, tell me what you guys thought about NXT last night down in the comment section below. I want to hear what you guys thought about NXT last night down in the comment section below. And guys, also give me your rating for NXT last night down in the comment section below. I want to know what you guys are giving NXT for a rating last night down in the comment section below. So, thank you guys for watching this NXT review. I truly, truly appreciate it. I love doing these wrestling reviews for you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying these wrestling reviews as much as I enjoy bringing these wrestling reviews to you guys. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching this NXT review. I really, really do appreciate it. And I hope you guys will subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. And I will see you guys back here tonight for the AEW review. So stay tuned for that on my YouTube channel. And I hope you guys have a great New Year's. And I will see you guys, like I said, I'll see you guys back here tonight for the AEW review. Until then, you guys have a great day. And Happy New Year to everybody. Hope you guys have a Happy New Year. And I will see you guys back here tonight for the AEW review. Until then, your boy's out, man. Peace, guys.